What's up, everybody? I didn't have my mic in front of me. I just realized. You guys can't really see it. One day I gotta show you guys, but it's right here, and it just swings back and forth. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Back again for another stream. Say what? Yeah, that's right. And hopefully the internet actually holds again, and we can have a real stream again. Yay! With no unforeseen takedowns by Comcast. Yay! Alright, anyway, let me get a tweet out real quick. I don't even know what to say. What's the next champion coming to the arena? Does anyone know? You know what? I bet I can find out pretty quick. Don't tell me. Don't you tell me. Wait, hold up. Hold the phone. Tell the boss. Sending over a buck. Tell the boss. I don't know how you do it, man. It's just so fast. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. Slapping the Boss brothers around tonight? Pretty much, dude. Wait, you guys are brothers? Just kidding. Last time I wasn't, this time I am. Okay, Luke Cage is the next. Okay. Yeah, I don't care about that at all. Okay. Alright, that's fine. I have to prep for Abyss and 7.1 and all that anyway, so it's totally fine. Luke Cage and Guardian coming up tomorrow in the arenas. Okay. Luke is gonna bring in the new year. Got it. Let me get a tweet out. Dearest at Marvel Champions. I don't even know what to say today. I like your name. It's a good name. But have you ever considered... Jesus. Considered changing it? Instead of Marvel Champions, maybe you could go by Charlie. P.S. No. Live. Okay. All right. Tweet. Who knows, man? I don't know. Make a joke about Nick Cage and Luke Cage. We may have to do that at some point during his run. It's a good idea. Dang it, Magoo, I never got the notification for the Variant 6 stream. It made me sad. It's a bummer, Hunter. I was playing Ghost like crazy, dude. You should have seen me. I was on fire. Ghost and everything. Up and down, all around, in and out because of the phase. And yeah, it was a whole lot of Ghost action that a lot of people wanted to see. So it's a bummer that you missed it. Have you ever considered Jesus Brian Bible Salesman Grant 2020? Oh, man. Is the game then called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Delicious. That sounds delicious. Oh. Ooh, myself. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking, guys. Awful. All right, anyway, let's get started. I have to actually do some AQ first. And today is kind of a rough AQ day. I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but my champs... Oh, they've seen better days. This fight, this is probably my least favorite fight. Is Biohazard. So the paths that I'm on, they kind of suck for this variation. I don't really have a ton of flexibility. It's the first path is no, not Cost of Temper. The poison one. Where you need poison damage. Acid Wash. It's Acid Wash, and then the second part is Biohazard. So I need champs that deal poison damage, and then they got to be bleed immune. Fortunately, both these guys are bleed immune and deal poison damage, but they're kind of suck with the global nodes and stuff. This one's power to cower, so every time you hit them, they're gaining a whole bunch more power. I usually use Man-Thing for this fight, but he's kind of weak, so we're gonna have to go in here with King Groot. But it's tough to find a like a totally optimal team for the mix of paths that I have in AQ is what I'm trying to get at. And then there's a Mephisto and an Electro on the third section that I have to take down. It's not a new path or anything like that, so I've been handling it just fine. I'm just saying it could be a little rough at times when you only got 3 champs to work with, you know what I'm saying? The number of options you have is not super high. What I might have to do here is I just go with special 3s and just try to heal. I'm probably gonna time out. I don't know if there's any way around that. Ooh, I've got 6 Furies though, man. I gotta toss an L2 with 6 Furies. Yeah, that poison damage is gonna be all right. I do a lot of heavy attacks during this variation because heavy attacks, fewer hits in the combo meter kind of thing. I might not time out. Ooh. All right, actually doing pretty good. I just been getting some lucky crits, or was it because of those poisons? No, I'm getting some good crits. I'm actually not going to time out. This is incredible. It also depends on the things that he gets, you know, his passive charges. All right, let's get another special too. Watch that with my Furies. He's also very cooperative with his specials today, man. Sometimes Green Goblin can be very passive. So this is actually working out splendidly. You're about to die. Come on, let me get like one more crit. Alright, 3 Furies coming in though. Yeah, that was gonna be enough. Sweet. Alright, easy. Send it over Buck saying, Brian, have you heard the joke about the no and the me neither? No? Me neither. Get it? No. Me neither. What am I reading, Easy? Want to hear it again? No. Me neither. I don't even know what to say about this joke. This was just... Please take many laps. Easy. This was awful. What in the world? Kind of joke. Boo. 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 BG, you're huge on my new 65-inch TV. Awesome. I always wanted to be a giant. And now through the power of the internet and technology, I can be a giant. Alright, this fight's usually not too troublesome. And then we'll tag old Karate Mike, let him know he's in the clear. Probably am going to get to a special 3 the first time here though, just because, you know, the healing. My health goes down fighting this guy. My health ain't that low. Screw it. Launching the L2. Give me that poison damage. I want to continue to get King Groot's Sig level up. He's not maxed out yet. And even without being maxed, like, look at that, man. He's almost getting 200 health every half second. Nearly 400 health every second. It's insane. King Groot, what a beast. His attack... terrible. Everything else about him, pretty good. sound good. I still really need to get my hands on an Immortal Abomination. Complete my team here. One day it'll happen. Let's go, Electro. Thank you. Alright, he should be toast with this poison. I gave him the L2. Don't use it. Okay, good. He didn't use it. We're good. Alright. You want it to be a giant so you could step on children. I think we all knew this. Well, you're not wrong. Mike, you're up. Let me tag him in the Alliance chat too real quick. And then I just gotta do one more fight in Alliance quest and then we're clear for the night. Hopefully Mike's around so we could just knock that out nice and quick. Don't gotta worry about anything else. Okay. Ooh. And Pete just linked. Pete's really good about, he shares a picture every night of the loyalty tab. And combat regen. Hello. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Corey sent it over too. Corey, thank you, dude. Saying, did you like that joke? No. Me neither. What do I do? Do I boo this now too? Corey. Boo. Hey, you're back, but for how long is the question? Donut Cop. Hopefully the rest of the night, man. Hopefully there's no more internet issues, dude. I really hope. Alright, let's go hit the arena. Man, my arena game has not been very strong this round. Ooh, we got the basic too. I'll hold off on that. I'll get to 6 million in this arena. And then I think I'm just going to target the others. I could probably still get all the milestones in the 4-star basic and 4-star featured. But yeah, I've been playing the game a lot still. But it's all been like prep for the Legends run, prep for the Abyss, things like that. So the arena grinding has really fallen off a cliff this round. That's okay. It'll be back to normal soon enough. I'll continue the journey to 6-digit units. Unless Kabam starts to finally sell 6 stones for units. David Villa sent it over. Hey, Buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, just rank 3 my 5-star Hulkbuster. About to clear the event quest for some stuff. Mainly enough shards for another 5-star. Which dual class crystal should I go with? I already have Tech, Mutant, and Science. I mean, I can't really tell you which one to go for. Because I would have to know your entire roster, the masteries you like to run, the content that you're looking to clear. I need to know everything about your account. If you're ever not sure which one to go with, you can just pop basics, and it's no big deal, you know? But yeah, I recommend thinking about all that stuff. Thinking about, like I said, the content that you want to clear. Try to fill any holes in your roster. If you don't have any content in particular that you're shooting for. Things like that. But yeah, man, there's really no way for me to tell you, you know? But just to give an example, like if you haven't cleared, let's say you're not Cavalier yet, you want to try to maybe get yourself a poison immune champion that can handle the Crossbones boss in Act 6.1, or maybe you're not quite ready to tackle Act 6, maybe you're in Act 5, and you want to get a champion that can maybe counter the Ultron boss. You can go with, you know, trying to get a counter there, although that's kind of tough because there's a lot of counters to them, and that's kind of spread across different class types. You got things like Magneto that are really good, and then a few Cosmic champs that are really good. Probably just shoot for Cosmics at that point. Or the variant difficulties, which would, you know, they've got all different class types for them, things like that. But yeah, man, you got to think about all that stuff. There's no way for me to really tell you. Luckstar MCOC sent it over 3. Thank you, dude. Saying just wanted to help for making great content. Oh, well, thank you, man. That does help. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And Catberto sending over a buck as well. I don't see any message from you. I saw that you sent over a tweet. Maybe you just wanted... Maybe this is a check Twitter, buck? Perhaps? Because I don't see any message in the chat from you right now. Well, let me pull up your tweet. I saw it after I ended the earlier stream. This was that tweet right here. I got lucky, but got the 5-star awakening, so don't know how to feel. So, yeah, you got a 6-star Nexus out of the Greater Gifting. And you pulled Void. And, yeah, you should feel extremely happy about this, man. Even if you have the 5-star, dude, Void, he's going to be a relevant champion until the end of time in this game. He's fantastic, dude. You could throw him on defense, unawakened. His awakened ability has 0 use on defense. So you can toss him there for the time being as a good defender. And eventually when you do get him awakened, talking probably pretty far in the future, because he also needs a decent sig level to match like a high sig level 5-star. He'll take over, and he can also be useful in like Act 6 for the 6-star gates. Whenever you do that content, probably not quite ready for that just yet, but yeah, man, it's an amazing pull to get. I would love to get a 6-star Void, even though I have the 5-star one. Absolutely love it. Hey man, how is it that you have an Aegon without the persistent charge? So my Aegon is unawakened, so he doesn't carry over the combo meter. UGA did Realm of Legends and did it with 5-star Aegon and opened up 6-star, and it was a Night Thrasher rip. Yeah, kind of a rip. Some people like Night Thrasher. I'm not in that boat. Ooh, Karate Mike poked me. We're good to go for AQ. What's up, Dubes, by the way? I saw you in here. I don't even know if I said hi, but saw you pop in here. What's so special about Void? I made a very detailed Void video that I recommend checking out. He's just packed with utility, very tanky, very versatile, all around just amazing champion. Alright, I brought Torch today because I wanted to save Void since I was thinking about doing a variant, which I did. Even though I didn't use Void a ton, I used them a bit, so it's pretty good. I need to do mediums pretty much for this guy. Six-star Void is nice, but he's no duped Kang. You're not wrong. You are not at all wrong. Man, Torch, so good against Mephisto. I like triple checked to make sure that War attack wasn't today, and it was just placing defenders. Because if I put Torch in AQ while War was on, oh, that would be so bad. This is my main attacking champion. In War, it's not even close. I basically use Void for about 80 to 90% of all the fights I do. Actually, maybe not quite that high. Alright, I'll do the rest of those fights later since they're a bit slow. And I'm not holding anyone up at this point, so for now, let's head back to the arena. I just wanted to make sure that Mike was good to go so that he can knock out his fights, rest easy tonight. That he doesn't need to wake up and do AQ first thing in the morning, you know? How good is Void unawakened? Well, he's not, but like I said, he's not completely useless. You could throw him on defense still, and in a pinch, he's an Incinerate immune champion. He can kind of still reverse healing, but it's rough. The thing is, his Awaken ability just allows your debuffs to convert into Fear of the Void, and then you stack. It's like your debuffs are doubling up at that point once you have Fear of the Void active, and you can start recruiting the debuffs again. You know. So without Fear of the Void being there, yeah, it's pretty brutal. You'd have to. You'd more than likely have to have the Despair Mastery, and then you actually wouldn't want to throw your special ones just so that your debuffs lasted a little bit longer, and you would throw special twos, and you could sort of reverse healing, but it's not a good time. PG, how much does map 7 AQ take a toll on you resource-wise and time-wise? Is it much worse than map 6 or what? Pros and cons. I'm thinking about map 7 as a possibility right now and don't know what to do. It's not really a cost, like, at all, pretty much. It is more expensive than the map 6. You have to buy more tickets. So, without a doubt, it's more expensive, but I buy tickets only with gold and loyalty. And I have an abundance of those resources anyway at the moment, so it doesn't hurt me at all to buy extra tickets compared to running map 6. And it's also pretty rare that I have to use any items. Now, it's going to be different for everybody, for both of those things, because I do grind a lot of arena, more than the average person for sure. So it is easier for me to afford the tickets, and also, you know, I've leveled up my champions and practiced enough and stuff like that so that I don't have to use items in Alliance Quest. You may, you know, depending on your champions and things like that, may find it to be a little bit different for you. But I recommend trying it out. You know what I mean? It can't hurt to try. And then you kind of know where you stand. And if you decide map 7's not for you, just like, because you're gonna have to switch alliances, I'm assuming, right? Just don't burn the bridge with your current alliance. You know what I mean? Just leave on good terms. Don't up and leave during the middle of AQ. Don't curse anyone out like, later losers, I'm out of here, I'm going to a real alliance. Don't do anything like that. Just say like, hey, you know, looking to try map 7. Just be honest with them. Looking to try map 7, and if it doesn't work out, hopefully you guys still have a spot for me here, kind of thing. But I wanted to try it out, so. Fusky or Fusky? Send it over 5. Thank you, dude. Saying, can I get a Venom the Duck fact, please? Thank you. Sure. Yeah. I can give you a Venom the Duck fact. Sure, man. So, a lot of you guys may not know this, but hold on. Let me see the next map that we go into, because it's going to be very important. If we get the right map, it'll be very important to the fact that I'm about to explain. So let me load in my next champs. Thank you again for the 5. By the way, what's up, Hector? Are you trolling? Did you actually forget to buy the boost? I feel like you're lying. I feel like you bought them, but I can't tell. All right, let's see what map we go into. Ah, perfect. Yeah, this is the map. So a lot of you guys might not realize this, but this map is actually on Venom the Duck's back. See, when we fight with Venom the Duck, we're fighting with his like symbiote guy. He's got a lot of technology built in. He's able to like grow and shrink in size, and we're playing with the smallest version of Venom the Duck. And when he's on his normal size, this is actually his back. Like, you see that like tiki head or whatever is back there, the Legends of the Hidden Temple Olmec head. That's actually part of Venom the Duck's back. So we actually do some of our matches take place on Venom the Duck. A lot of people didn't know that about this game, but it's true. It's 100% true, and I would never lie to you guys about that sort of thing. So, but yeah, man, thank you for the 5. No, I actually forgot. I bought enough to not have them in overflow. Got home and then ate, then started to clean, and then forgot. Dang, Hector, man. That sucks, dude. Are you gonna hope they come back? We still have a little bit of time, but really not much, to be honest. Got like 8 days for them to show up. Or are you just gonna go for it anyway, or are you just throwing in the towel? What's your next move? Y'all see that Batman is coming to MCOC? Yeah, dude. Batman, right after the Ninja Turtles show up. BG, what happens when you poke your Alliance member when you're in war? Thanks. I mean, there's just a little pop-up that message that gets sent to them. I'm not sure if it shows up. I'm not sure, like, all of the areas that it shows up in or waits to show up in. Don't really know. Legends of the Hidden Temple? Dude, Legends of the Hidden Temple is amazing. And you all know it. And if you don't know it, well, then you better find out. That show is incredible. I wish I was on that show. Wish I was on that show right now. I just pulled my second 5-star ever, and it's OG Spider-Man. I know he isn't good, but is there anything that he's okay at? Sort of. I don't really want to get your hopes up too much, so I'm gonna say for the most part no. But he's not a bad defender, you know. Anytime you have a champion that can evade, there's counters to evade champions for sure. So, you know, we've got champs like Ghost and Corvus, Venom. A lot of really popular champions that players rank up that counter him these days. But he actually used to be a super annoying defender, and on the right node, he probably is still a pretty annoying defender. And that's probably his best use. Offensively, no, I'd say it's not worth investing any resources to use the champion offensively. Maybe in a pinch. I wouldn't recommend it for a new player, but if let's say on a new account challenge I pulled Spidey, I'd probably take him to the team with me in Variant 5, but I really wouldn't recommend it for a newer player. And he's got some synergies that can maybe help you out slightly, but not anything too crazy. And arena points. Those are probably all the uses for Spidey. Maybe he'll get buffed at some point. We don't know. That's probably your best hope for that guy, is that 2021 there's going to be like 30 or 40 buffs throughout the year. And yeah, he might be one of them. Who knows? What's up, BG? Stopping by to watch while I work through some EQ. What's up, Vega? All right, let's get out of this arena. Just grabbing the early milestones in these ones. JJ sent over a buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, what's up, BG? What's your New Year resolution, both in-game and IRL? I don't know if I really have one in-game. IRL is the same one that I've had for like my entire life. Actually, well, the goal is to lose weight, get in shape, kind of thing. I haven't been out of shape my entire life, but most of it. My entire adult life, at least. And much of my teen years as well. So, yeah, man, that's the goal. Side goal that I can't really talk about, IRL also, is I had a project I mean, I've always got other projects that I'm working on. But I had a project that I thought was going to be really big. And that's why I stepped down from 4 Loki originally. And then, you know, the world caught fire. So those plans were kind of put on hold. But we're already starting to kind of get that back going. Not quite full force yet, but yeah. Hopefully I'm able to tell you guys a little bit more about that later into 2021, but I still can't say anything about it at the moment. In game, I mean, I don't really have, it wouldn't be really a resolution, right? But I of course have some goals. More new account challenges, because they're fun as hell. And just keep going on this main account. It might sound kind of boring for the main account. I could break it down into a little bit more detail, but it's a little bit less specific, you know? Clear the Abyss, of course. Somewhat catch up in Prestige. Keep my hero rating above Legacy's. Which right now he's above me, but only slightly. And hit 6 figures in units unless Kabam has good things to sell. It's not really a goal of mine to hit 6 figures for units. But it's something there to keep me playing the arena if Kabam doesn't have good offers. You know what I mean? Like, I'd much rather spend 15k units every Cyber Weekend, every 4th of July, if it looks good, but it really just didn't look good this time. So, oh, and I don't think I specifically mentioned it for the new account challenges, but Cavalier in 1 week on a free-to-play account. That's the goal. That's the current goal. We'll see if I can achieve that, then come up with a different one. All right, Croyan sending over 25 of them bronze. Thank you, dude. Saying 14 hours till next year for me, and I was going to give up all of my bad habits for the new year, but then I remembered that no one likes a quitter. You're right, dude. Why quit now? Something bad might happen if you quit the bad habits now. Yeah. It's tough, man. Like I'm really hoping that this is the year that I get in shape, because I think it helps out in every way, man. It helps out in an infinite amount of ways for your entire life, just for being healthier. So I'm really gonna give it my best. No way I'm doing it without 200% tech, unless I only need ghosts for like 6 to 8 paths. Oh, Hector, you're definitely gonna need ghosts for more than 6 to 8 paths. Yeah. I quit smoking after 25 years just last month. Dupes, that's awesome, man. And I'm gonna make that my thing to maintain for the new year. Yeah, dude. That's awesome, man. Congratulations on that, dude. That's huge for a bunch of different reasons. IBG, when will you stream the Legends run? I don't have an exact time yet. It's gonna be sometime in the sometime within the week, because my boost only lasts for a week, so. But I don't have an exact day. But Brian, round is a shape. You know, it is a shape, but I don't really like that shape too much. Oh god, every time I'm playing Ghosts with the most passive AI trying to build up my streak here. Get out my face. Magoo, you missed my Venom the Duck fact. Also, I will have a part 2 to follow. Okay. Wait, less tangents maybe. For the New Year's resolution? You kidding me? That ain't happening. Venom the Duck fact, everyone knows Splinter, the infamous master of the Ninja Turtles. But even lesser known fact is who trained Splinter. And it was Venom the Duck. Dude, I don't know if Splinter's gonna be too happy about this blatant lie. Because it was not, in fact, Venom the Duck who trained Splinter. Get this fake fact out of here. You should be ashamed of yourself coming up with this fake fact. Everyone knows, it was explained in the movies who trained Splinter. Now, did Venom the Duck train Splinter's trainer? Well, yeah, of course. So you were close. You just had your facts confused a little bit. So I get it. I get it. There's a lot to remember. Venom the Duck, he's a very powerful creature, but there was a trainer in between the two. You gotta remember that. PG check AQ. Apocalypse is getting abducted by the guy in the 6-year celebration trailer. Huh? I don't know what that means. PG, are you coming for that Aegon in 2021? Nah, dude. That's part of my... Actually, that's part of my New Year's resolution. Stop trying for Aegon. I've already started. I gave up on that fool, man. I don't need Aegon. Screw him. I'm still gonna go for him. Alright, here's my actual plan for Aegon, though. So, here, let me go to Aunt May real quick. Because I need to know the exact date that Apocalypse gets added to the basic. Because that's... Oh, crap. That's kind of my plan, is... I'll continue to go for Aegon when Apocalypse has been added to those crystals as well. Because this way, if I miss Aegon, hopefully I can land Apocalypse. Because I'm not going to go for featured 5 stars, and I'm not going for featured 6 stars, so I don't know when I'm going to get an Apocalypse. But of course, I want this dude. And, yeah, 126. Still a little ways to go on that. But not too far. So, this next Path of the Abyss is going to be done without Aegon. I'm going to be 3 out of 5 without Aegon. PG, while I agree with the lack of 6-star 6-stone issue, I feel like this amount we're getting is much better than when 5 stars were introduced. It's possible. I really don't know, because when 5 stars were introduced, I was trying to get tier 4 class catalysts, you know? Here's what I do remember about 5 stars, though. I remember people talking trash about 6-stone offers for 5-star champions. Standalone offers for 5-star 6-stones. And I don't know exactly where we were at in the game when those were coming out. It was definitely beyond 12.0, which means Act 4 was already done with, which means players could have gotten rank 4 5-star champions. So if we compare the two, maybe that's when we're going to get 6-stone offers, is rank 4 6-star champions. I don't know. But it was a much different game at the time, and we definitely did see those offers. I was catching up because I started the game late, and you know, starting a year after the game was released and being free to play the entire time, turning down offers to go to higher level alliances because I wanted to stay with For Loki because I knew it was a good alliance and we were moving up, you know. It was more fun to do that than just to jump ship to higher alliance. So I don't really know the history of 5 stars as well as I know the history of 6 stars. I mean, you know, as bad as my memory is, I do of course remember when we got to like rank 5-star territory. And that was very different than like where we're currently at for 6-star champs. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, on Hunter, there was another part here. He said, an even lesser known fact: when Splinter was a young lad, he was Ratatouille, the master chef, and Venom the Duck taught him the ways of perfectly seasoning a plate of beans. Well, now that I do believe, because he is quite good with the beans. And where does that come from, if not Venom the Duck? So that's got to be true. Yeah, my face, Wolverine. But yeah, I remember everyone trashing those 5-star 6-stone offers, and I was just sitting here thinking, like, dude, these offers are great. It was like 2,000 units for, you know, like 36 stones or something.
Man loves beef.
Everyone's like, this is the worst offer of all time. I didn't get it, actually. I remember not getting it because I was unit broke because I just spent units doing something else. I was like, I don't really need the SIGs at the moment. But when these offers come around again, I'm going to be ready for them. Corey sending over a buck saying, Brian, I know all of these Venom the Duck facts, as I took a Venom the Duck appreciation class in elementary school. Even so, I expect you to know that Venom the Duck has a band he plays with in the summer. Venom and the Ducks. Of course, yeah, the classic Venom and the Ducks band, yeah. He tours with the Beatles every year since 1872. That's gotta be true. It's gotta be 100% factual. Yes. Yes, I believe that is a fact. Oh, man. Venom and the Ducks. Donut Cop. Sending over a buck. Thank you, dude. Where are you at? Had a little nostalgia today. Went back and watched some of Cade's old videos. Oh, man. I was actually thinking about Cade today, too, believe it or not. I miss him. I wish he was still around. I gotta send him a message. I haven't talked to him in quite a while at this point. I sent him one message. Oh, I think actually, yeah, I sent him a message over summertime. That was the last time I talked to him, because that's when I was like upgrading all my sound stuff, and upgrading sound stuff, of course, made me think of Cade. And I want to see how he was holding up in the crazy times that we're in, you know. But that was the last time I talked to him. I gotta send him another message one of these days. Also, can you either bring back Cade or change the Discord name? Well, it's not my Discord. So I can't do either of those, unfortunately. It has my name on it, but it was Cade's server originally, and then when Cade stopped, Star took over the Discord. Oh, had an itch in my throat real quick. Star took over the Discord, and she didn't want to put her name on it though, so she just asked if she could slap my name on it, basically. I said sure. I never use it, so in case anyone's like, oh, you have a Discord? Not really. Sorry to tell you guys, I don't really use the Discord, but it's there. It's a thing, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know what goes on in that Discord. EJ, I know I told you about Venom the Duck's two estranged brothers, Venom the Camel and Venom the Giraffe. But did you know he also had a half-brother, Carl? Dude, and Carl is the worst. I mean, he's hilarious. Don't get me wrong. We all love Carl. But, the shenanigans that guy gets up to. You know what I mean? It's one of those, like, Carl kind of sitcom things. That's Carl. That's our Carl. Easy. Thank you for the buck, dude. I was already reading that before I saw the buck come in. Thank you, man. Yep, I liked your idea of a 6-stone arena, make these characters more viable, but still we are still capped at rank 3 of 5 with 6-star champs. Whoa, I don't want a 6-stone arena, just to be clear. My idea that I think would make the game just more fun, it would probably, I get that it hurts the monetization. Maybe. Probably. I don't know, actually. But anyway, my idea is to use the incursions as a way to level up our champions. So just treat the 6 stones like an experience bar. And of course, you cannot just run incursions non-stop. There'd be a cap to it. There'd be a limit to it. Of total amount of 6 stones that you can gain for the week or whatever, and it's your choice whether you want to you know, like play, or maybe there'd be 2 caps. Maybe there'd be a cap per champion and then a total cap for your account for the week, kind of thing. And it's your choice kind of how you want to divvy up those 6 stones. But it would get you actually playing with champions. We don't really, like, there's Kabam makes this new content, and sometimes it's like, okay, yeah, here you go. Luke Cage is now good in the Cavalier Monthly, and it's like, okay, that's neat, but dude, those places are few and far between. We just got another variant, and guess who the best champions are for it? From my experience, at least, it's the same best champions that we've always been using. You know, I think it'd be really cool if we can gain experience for our champions in the way of SIG levels in the incursions. Now, that would for sure hurt the value of 6 stones in terms of just, you know, being able to sell them. But the question is, and this is an impossible question to answer, would it make the game overall more fun and keep more players engaged with the game to generate more of an income overall compared to the loss that you'd have purely from maybe not being able to sell 6 stones as easily? Because you would still be able to sell 6 stones all day, man. There's people who don't want to play the incursions, just like there's people that don't want to grind the arena for gold. You know what I mean? You could still put them in greater gifting crystals and the holiday offers and all those areas of the game. So you'd still be making money off it. You just probably would make a little bit less off 6 stones. The overall enjoyment of the game. Maybe players would want to rank up other champions. I don't know. Anyway. Lord Calfast sending over a buck. Thanks for previous answer. Now I need advice. Best villains in Variant 6 2.1 Quest with Thorns node. I did that path earlier today. Magneto seemed to be the best for it. Well, I don't know if he's the actual best for it, but Magneto crushed it. Omega Red handled it fine as well. You need champs that go unstoppable. Oh, people said Rhino is really good. So maybe try Rhino. I assume they weren't trolling. Because you just need champions that go unstoppable or unblockable to deal with that. If anyone else has any others, please put those in the chat. Because, yeah, I only just did that quest earlier today. And like I said, Magneto was the best option that I was using, and then I used Omega Red a little bit, and people were telling me Rhino, and those are the only 3 that I really know of. Like, I hate incursions. They're so tedious. Like, I don't want to have to coordinate to play for an hour or 2 at a time. An hour or 2 is a bit of a stretch. If you're pushing, yeah, I mean, if you're pushing, dude, Lags and I mean, it was like over 3 hours for our incursion run, right? But you could knock out milestones with somebody in like 30 minutes. I still get it though. This is largely a solo game. Solo game with some coordination, but it's coordination where it doesn't need to be at the same time. And technically, you don't both have to be in the incursions at the same time. But I don't ever want to play the incursions that way, where it's like I make a move and then I send a line message to my buddy like, hey, all right, I cleared my fight, can you take your fight now? And then you keep checking back and forth. That sounds miserable to me. But if you have a good partner, you can knock out the incursion milestones in like 30 minutes. They should make incursion solo. I think they're... Did they mention a solo incursion mode in the roadmaps? Maybe they didn't. Maybe that was the solo competitive mode. I don't know. I thought they were gonna maybe do something like that. Maybe they still will. Every try with a random is either someone who does their own thing, ditches you after getting their shards, chat breaks, and you can't talk to them, or there's a big gap in roster/experience. Yeah, with randoms, incursions suck. If you have a good partner, though, I think they're pretty fun. Omega and Magneto, don't bring Sabretooth because the Magneto synergy will cause heal block instead of reverse healing. Ooh, okay. That's a good tip. Wow, I lucked out on that then. Because I didn't even think about that interaction. I left Sabretooth on the sidelines because I knew Omega Red, since I'm not running Suicides, he wasn't going to be my main champion anyway, so I figured, well, let me just run it without the synergy. Omega Red is strong as hell, guys. He's clearly way better with Suicides and that synergy with Sabretooth. But I'm telling you, man, people think you can't play him without those things. That is BS. The dude is so strong, so useful. For me, he's still the strongest mutant, just overall in the game. I do use Colossus more when not running Suicides, and of course Magneto is awesome against the metal dudes, and all the same things apply, that you want to use the right champion for the right job, right? But if I could only rank up one mutant champion, it's Omega Red. So strong. Sentinel has passive unstoppable. Does he need to have analysis charges for that? I don't remember. ABG, I'm on a new account adventure, and I was wondering if I should take my rank 2 and 3 4-stars and my 1 5-star Civil Warrior for the rest of Act 4 and 5. You basically just take your strongest champs in that content. It's not too specific of what you need to bring to counter Act 4 and Act 5. So yeah, man, you just use whatever strongest champs you got. And when things get too difficult, back out, explore earlier quests, wait until you pull some new champions. You know, you could always hit the arena a little bit to help supplement things as well. But yeah, man, you just take the strongest champs you got. Sentinel needs max analysis for it. That's what I thought. That could be... Sounds like it could be a little bit rough to do that. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not too bad. Can't say since I haven't tried it. I've ranked 5 Omega Red before Corvus, Ghost, Domino. It was my first, and I have no regrets. He is amazing. Hell yeah. Super strong. I'm in kind of a good position because as much as I love Omega Red, I don't like playing the same champion just always and forever. You know what I mean? It's always nice to turn to a champion that you're comfortable playing and things like that. But it gets to a point where it's like, come on, man. There's like 150,000 champions in this game. I gotta play with some other ones. You know what I mean? So when I originally pulled him as a 6-star, it was a little bittersweet. It was like, oh, this is an amazing pull, but am I really just gonna keep playing with Omega Red throughout the rest of my 6-star journey as well? And I'm taking a break from him at the moment, and I haven't really played him too much. Every once in a while for the odd quest like I did today, but I rarely use them these days. And when I finally can get the 6 stones for my 6-star, I'll be ready to play him again, kind of thing. Hang on one sec, guys. All right, Laura just got home, so I was just talking to her. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be psyched to play Omega Red again. Just after having a nice long break. Haven't used Omega without suicides. I imagine he's not really as good, right? I mean, he's not as good, but he's still great. That's exactly what I was just saying. He's still great, man. Can't hear you, BG. I know. That's why I said 1 sec, guys. And then was looking away. I was just talking to Laura. That's all. Oh, someone's getting in trouble? No. So, I didn't have enough time to make food before. Because the variant stream took longer than expected with all the internet issues and stuff. So I basically put some rice in the Instapot and put all the water in there and everything like that. And basically I just asked Laura to hit the start button on it about 30 minutes from now. That way, when the stream is all done, I got some food. Lag in here? Could be on YouTube's end, or it could be on your end, because right now the internet's holding strong. I got no lag issues. Answer me. Okay, that's a surefire way for me to not answer you. All right. Demanding an answer. Okay then. BG, do you know what this new undo button is for the next update? Yeah. So, in Alliance Quest, you know how sometimes, like, you can click the wrong way? Or even the game bugs out at times, and it'll send you down a wrong path. And especially in the higher level maps, if you go down the wrong path, you can't finish the map. But of course, it'll be good for everybody, high map or not. But it'll allow you to undo your move and go back to where you were. I mean, as far as I know, no one outside of Kabam has seen exactly how it looks in game. We have like a CCP beta server, but that's just for like new champions. The features don't really get added there, kind of thing. User special, you have so many of those on you, please. You got so many porker poppers. Use it. There we go. So yeah, it'll be a little bit interesting to see how it looks in game. But yeah. I live in India and there's a huge lag between me typing and you seeing it or going through. Perhaps. I did read that message long after it came through. Just so you know. Because a lot of times I'm like scrolling up and down in chat So I don't respond to the messages in exact real time. But there is a little bit of a delay with the stream. I think it's probably about a 10-second delay or something like that. And then it sometimes can take me a few minutes to read a message if I'm talking about something, you know. BG, what do you think about sending arena champs directly to cooldown? That's gonna happen. And I can't wait for it to happen, but that's something that Kabam has already announced. So we just gotta wait for them to implement that. Should I save shards for the next 5-star featured? I personally don't like going for feature crystals. It's up to you, man. It's a huge additional cost. If you don't have many 5-star champions, then I would highly, highly recommend not going for the featured. You need to expand your roster. If you already have a bunch of 5 stars and you're just looking for a few specific ones, it's up to you. It, depending on the way your account looks, could be an okay idea. So Laura just came back home from work and you asked her to make something for dinner. Rip. Hey, all she's doing is hitting a button. I made sure that she didn't have to do any actual work. How'd you feel with meme/lower tier champs getting a hashtag so that in certain quests they get a buff targeted to them, whereas variant content helps all champs, including the god tiers? Could be good. It depends on how it's implemented. Part of the problem with the meme tier champions, though, is it's not just that they're low in power. A lot of them just aren't very fun to play. Like, what makes up the meme tier for most of the champs in the game? There's maybe a few on the newer side, like Diablo and Terrax, but Terrax is getting buffed. But a lot of the meme tiers, like, okay, Iron Fist, extremely basic by today's standards. Iron Patriot, Kamala Khan. I don't know, there's a couple things that these champions can do, but they're just not very interesting. So yeah, I don't know. Mixed feelings about something like that. And then also the flip side to that is maybe it's not the flip side. Maybe that was the wrong way of putting it. Anyway, do you really want to invest rank up resources to have that good time with these champions? Because the nice thing about, like, okay, let's say you want to tackle some of the variant content, right? You could rank up someone like Venom or Sentinel or, you know, Ghost, Stark Spidey, Doom, a bunch of the Mystic champions for Variant 5, a bunch of villains for Variant 6. You're ranking up these champions that they help you to get through the variants, and then you can bring that forward and use them in act content or, you know, places like that. If you just buff all the meme tier champions, it's like, okay, it'll be fun for that instance of the game, maybe. But I don't know. When thinking about the game as a whole, it's probably not, or it might not be the best idea. I don't want to say it's definitely not the best idea, because it could be really good. It's just a little bit hard for me to see how good it would be, like, long term, you know what I mean? Dang, I just gained so much. No. John Quick sending over £1. Thank you, dude. Saying Yo BG, big December, just 100% 7.1. Nice. As well as, hold on, let me finish this fight, because now I'm, oh my god. There we go. I wanted to do this before my Furies left. Okay. Just 100% 7.1, as well as 100% 6, 3, and 4. Dang, dude. Crushing the content. All right. All event quests and variant 6, Breaker of Thrones, and big account change. Much love for 2021. Only Labyrinth and Abyss. Which should I do first? Dude, yeah, you did a lot. Did a ton of content, man. I mean, Abyss is far and away more rewarding between the two areas of the game, right? So, oh God, the rewards there are so much better. But of course, it's a lot more challenging. You might want to do like a single, if you haven't done a single path of Labyrinth yet, you might want to do that just to kind of get a feel for like the long duration fights and things like that. But realistically, actually, this is probably the way I would approach it. If I still had Labyrinth to do, here's how I'd approach it. I'd be saving towards doing Abyss. And during times where like I'm not ready because I'm waiting for a rank up or waiting to stockpile more revives, something like that, I would every once in a while just knock out a path of Labyrinth. That's the way I'd approach it. And I'd probably only do that if I had Aegon. If I didn't have Aegon, I would probably just be like, I can do Labyrinth later. Whenever I eventually get Aegon, Labyrinth turns into kind of a joke if you can get like a rank 5 Aegon in comparison to other champions. You know, maybe every once in a while I could use a different champ like Guillotine 2089, knock out a path that way or something, but for the most part, I'd probably save it until I had like the best option these days, you know? But yeah, I think that's the way I'd approach it. Yo, BG, what's up, L Forky? Saying, got Hawkeye as my second 5-star champ, and I'm now exploring Master while preparing to go for Uncollected. All right, dude. Not too shabby. Hawkeye as the second 4-star is pretty solid. He should be helpful in like 5.3 as well. Whoops, did I mess this up? I need to get to a special, huh? I went too early. It's decent damage. New Gambit is not bad, but don't really see myself using this guy anywhere. Good filler option if didn't already have so many strong mutants. What do you think about Falcon? Do you plan on using him in the Abyss? I don't think so. He seemed okay from the gameplay I looked at it. I don't think I'm gonna rank him up. I'm just gonna go in with other champs. It didn't seem like I was gonna save enough resources using him. Maybe I would save a little bit. And I do mean maybe. Any immediate plans for that new Cat Marvel? Yeah, so actually, let's go take a look at my Catalyst inventory. I actually stopped opening tier 5 class Catalyst crystals, or I was trying to not open them as much as possible. Because I already had 2 cosmics at the moment, you know? So whenever I do finish up the Abyss and get even more crystals, or the next new content comes out, you know, like, dude, Sigil is out of the question for me. So if I formed a third, like, I'd have to use it. And the champions that I currently have for cosmic 6 stars at least, they're pretty rough outside of Cat Marvel, that is. Some people would say Cole Obsidian is great, and I think he's okay. And if I really had to, that's probably the champion that I was going to give that to. Even then, I'd have to think about it. As crazy as it sounds, I was also thinking like 2 different things that I could have done. Instead of going Cole, I could have went Annihilus for some potential defense upgrade, or Groot, who honestly, this is gonna sound crazy, guys, but we all know Groot is gonna get buffed at some point, right? Bam hasn't announced it yet. For all we know, it could be that could be like their final buff of 2021. You know, trying to end the year with on like a high note for the buffs or something, or maybe it's not even gonna happen in 2021. But this dude sucks. He's gonna get buffed, and I just don't see Groot being an offensive champion. I see him as a defender. So I was thinking, hey, worst case scenario, I get a rank 3 Groot that will later help out on defense. I don't know. I kind of valued defense over Cole. I just don't see Cole as being any, like, I don't know. I don't see him helping me too much anywhere. But now that I have Cap Marvel, well, now I'm going to be ranking up Cap Marvel. Cap Marvel is going to go to rank 3. I'm still going to delay things just a little bit because I don't want to burn any resources that I might need to use on champions to go through 7.1 or potentially other areas of the Abyss or something like that. New champions come out all the time. Who knows? So I'm going to delay it a little bit, but more than likely this Cap Marvel is going to go to rank 3 before too long, you know? So kind of immediate plans, but not immediate plans, you know? Near future. That's the best way to put it. How dare you say Gam Gam is not good? Take it back. Listen, dude, I love Gam Gam. All right? Gam Gam's super cool. When she got her buff, I was right there in Labyrinth of Legends using Gam Gam and loving it. But she's not a rank 3 champion. She just isn't. EJ, I just got 5-star Doom added with Aegon, Sig 100 Guardian, and Red Guardian, all 5-star rank 4. How good am I to become Cavalier? Almost finished Act 5. Kind of depends on you. You've got the champions for it. You can use Aegon, if anything, a built-up Aegon to take out that Crossbones, who would be one of the biggest obstacles on your way to Cavalier. You just gotta try it though, man. I don't know how comfortable you are with these champions, how comfortable you are taking on more difficult content. A lot of this game is about individual skill. Having the right champions helps tremendously, but it is also about just, you know, having the skills. So you just got to try it out, and if it doesn't work out, no worries. You know where you stand, and you can go back and do that content later. Just gonna ban that person. I don't, just to be clear, I don't normally want people banned for just asking for freebies. But this is a name I've never seen before, just asking for greater gifting crystals, so nah, you could go. We don't need people like that in here, man. Guys. Does that actually work? I mean, maybe that maybe that works. Maybe just asking random people for free stuff. Maybe it works. But I wonder, like, if people just spent that time playing the game, couldn't they just get it themselves, you know? Like, jeez. Crazy. Is Corvus rank 3 still the best choice for Event Quest Legends run? It's changing, actually, so I don't know. What? Hold on, because it's literally changing next month, I believe. See if I can find it, because I forget what it's changing to. No. Quick Google search. I just found like the Hall of Legends, I forget exactly what it's changing to, but yeah, man. I'm sure Corvus is still going to be helpful. But wait, is it gonna involve the Cavalier monthly? Because if it involves the Cavalier monthly, then usually there's other faster options for cosmic paths besides Corvus, I think, right? If you could buy 20 generic 5-star 6 stones or 5 6-star 6 stones for 22k incursion shards instead of the 5-star crystal, would you? 20 generic 5-star or 5 6-star 6 stones? Yeah. 5 is a pretty puny number of 6 stones. But yes, I would. Can someone explain how to grind arena in the most efficient way? You really just need to familiarize yourself with the infinite streak method, which I made a video on. It's kind of in depth, so I hate to push you off onto a video, but I would check out the video. And then yeah, focus on the 4-star basic arena, I would say. 4-star basic is usually the most efficient of the arenas. Only 3 months of grinding Mystic Science 5-star crystals finally got me the long shot I've waited for. Nice, man. Thankfully, I also saved my Awakening Gem from the present, so I now have a duped long shot. Nate, congratulations, dude. That is awesome. You just finished my Act 7 Legends run. Took me like 8 hours and 20 minutes, so I'm hopeful for the results. All right, dude. It's pretty solid. It's one of the drawbacks to the changes of the arena system, or the arena system, the Legends system, is no one has any idea what the times are looking like, you know, because of all the breaks that you could take between fights and things like that. But that's a good overall amount of time, because Legacy, I think overall, I think his stream was his stream like 9 hours? Of course, he was also, you know, between fights, answering questions in the chat and things like that, but still, he was mostly focused on his run. Please answer, BG. Tips for uncollected. I don't really have just general tips for uncollected. If you're running to a specific issue, I might be able to help you out, but... Wait, we're talking about the uncollected monthly or getting the uncollected title? Either way, I guess the only real general advice I have for you is just to try the quests. And if you run into issues, you know, maybe you're not ready for it yet, or try to ask questions specific to those issues that you're having. You just got my first 5-star Agent Venom. Is he worth ranking up, or should I grind shards and hoard for a better champion? Alexis, I would save for a better champion. Unfortunately, Agent Venom is not that strong. He looks really cool. When he first came out, everyone was really excited about him because he looks pretty awesome. And he's not a bad champion, completely at least. He can prevent some Spider-Verse champions from evading, so, you know, you might still want to bring him to a quest if you see like a Spider-Man on the path or something. But for the most part, he's not that strong, and you'll probably pull a better champion soon enough that you can invest your resources in. Did you pick up the tech boost from the store? I did, yeah. I am loaded up on the tech boost, man. I've got tons of them. I picked up like 10 of each or something like that, so Yeah, man, I'm ready. I've got all the items I need for the Legends run. It's just a matter of planning it all out still and practicing a bit with Ghost, which I haven't even played Ghost outside of the arena yet, but I will. Oh, I will. BG, what should I do next after initial completion of Act 6? If you haven't done all the variants yet, I would highly recommend doing all the variants. And then, you know, Act 7. You can kind of bounce back and forth. You don't necessarily need to do every single variant before doing 7. But, yeah. Especially, like, variants 3 through 6. There's smaller size content that actually gives some really valuable rewards. Especially variants 5 and 6. If you got the chance to do those ones. PG, it's a weird question, but who is better in Beyblade? Kai or Tyson? I have no idea. I know what Beyblades are. Sort of. The toy, at least. I don't know. I'm guessing there's a show that goes along with it or something like that. No clue. Would you use a generic Awakening gem on 6-star Apocalypse or continue opening featured 6-star crystals in case he gets a natural dupe? Personally, I wouldn't do either of those things. I don't think Apocalypse needs to be awakened, and I don't like the featured 6-star crystal. So, your goals might be different, and you're gonna kind of have to figure out an answer to that on your own, depending on what your goals are. But yeah, personally, man, he doesn't need to be awakened. If you're looking for prestige or something like that, cool. But otherwise, I would not put a generic 6-star gem into that guy. And at a 1 in 24 chance of naturally duping him, I'm not a fan of the featured. Ryan, 5 mil long ears? Is that meters? 5 meter long ears or 5 meter long toes? Ears. All the better to hear you with. I don't know, dude. Seriously? 5 meter long ears? Or toes? Maybe toes. No, that'd be annoying. Oh, man. Either way, it'd be pretty annoying, huh? I have no idea. Why don't you like the 6-star featured? It's pricey, man. 50% markup on just to open up a crystal. Pass. UG started a new account a couple days ago. What should my priorities be as far as content completion? For a new account? What are your goals? If you're doing it like new account challenge style, the way I did on like my 7-day challenge accounts, then you probably want to push as far as possible in the story quests. If you are looking to maintain that account and just play with 2 accounts, then, you know, take things a little bit slower, tackle the temporary content first before hitting the permanent content. There's better rewards in the permanent content, but you can only get it once, of course. Whereas the temporary content, if you knock out, like, you know, the side quest for the month, as best as possible at least, then, you know, it'll refresh with a different side quest next month kind of thing. And you might need to do some arena to give yourself some gold and units and all that. You could fly around like Dumbo. Oh. Yeah, dude. I didn't even think about that. BG can't fly now? I definitely can't. That'd be nice. BG, is this a bug? I didn't get the anniversary rewards. It is not there in the mail or in the stash. Why? The anniversary rewards? I think all that stuff got sent out already. The anniversary... that was a while ago. I'm not sure which things you're talking about specifically, but that stuff, that might be gone at this point, man. My goals are to be the second best free-to-play player ever. Okay. Then we've got a lot of playing to do. A whole lot of playing to do. I still don't know who the best free-to-play player is. Or how we define it, you know what I mean? Like skill-wise, fighting skill-wise, there's better free-to-play players than me. I don't know if Invincible has ever spent money yet. But he was also free-to-play. I think he still is free-to-play, but he doesn't... I don't know how active he is these days. I don't really talk to him too much. We got along great at Comic-Con. I love Invincible. He's awesome. He's an awesome dude, but we don't really talk too much. But yeah, he was free to play, and my account is better than his, but skill-wise, oh man, he's way better skill-wise. But we also don't know, like, how many free-to-play players there are out there. Obviously, there's a ton. There's a ton of people that have never spent money in this game. But how many people have been playing for years that way, and what do their accounts look like? I always want to know, man. Because some people would say I have like the highest free-to-play account in terms of maybe like base hero rating or something. Because there's also free-to-play players who have completed the Abyss, have higher prestige. Those things I'm almost positive of. But I'm curious, like, all around. I have no idea. We need Kabam to say, you know what I mean? I've never directly asked Kabam because I figured they would just say, no, we can't do that. But I always wanted to ask them, like, hey, going by like the summoner leaderboard, you know what I mean? Which is just highest base hero rating. Who has the highest that has never spent anybody? Just out of curiosity. Holding for Loki back as always. Talking about me? Sure. In some ways. We all hold each other back in some ways, though. I die a little bit less than some. Whereas some others, maybe they have higher prestige, but maybe they die a little bit more. And even if my prestige was higher, let's say my prestige was like 1,500 higher than it is, I think we land in the same bracket for AQ rewards. I don't know what we'd have to be to break top 10, but right now we're in the 10 to 20 bracket. So, started cooking your dinner. It should be done by the time you finish the stream. Thank you. Your account was really, really good at one point. You were pretty top. Sort of. Prestige-wise and top champion-wise, yeah. There's always been a pretty big difference between like the width of the roster kind of thing, you know, where people have always had a lot more rank ups than me. But like the top of the pyramid, we're kind of even. These days, I'd say I'm pretty far behind in that way. There's nothing I can really do about it. Like I could knock out the rest of the Abyss right now, but I think that would only hurt me in the long run. I know some people don't see it that way, but the more I can save my units and the more I can stretch these units out, the more I'll be able to pick up offers in the future with them. I think people who are good with money probably understand it. You know, I think there's a lot of people out there in this world that are just bad with money, and units, they're just kind of an extension of money. You know what I mean? So some people might not get it. They might think like, dude, you have 25,000 units. That might as well be 10 billion units. You'll never run out, you know? Those are the same guys that, like, if they got $1 million contract, like the professional athletes who make millions of dollars and then they're bankrupt like a year after they retire. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to stretch things out as much as possible. For the long run. Imagine they put money spent in each profile. Oh god, I wouldn't want them to do that. It's been a while since we talked anything money related in games, so just to be absolutely clear, guys, I have zero anything against people spending. Hopefully people understand it now after doing like a couple new account challenges. You know what I mean? Where I did spend money on those accounts. But I feel like people never believed me whenever I said like, yeah, I got nothing against spending money in games. If you want to spend money, cool, dude. It's awesome. Games are super fun. Yeah, spend money in games. As long as you have fun with it, you know? As long as you have fun with it, and as long as you have that disposable income. So of course, there's people that spend a little bit beyond their means, and that gets them in trouble. And I think some people, actually, maybe they would have more fun if they didn't spend. Which is the category that... I mean, I'd probably fall into both categories, to be honest. But I more so don't do it just because it wouldn't be as fun, that's all. BG, now Venom is the best champ in the game, but Venom Pool still sucks. Hope Venom Pool gets a fat buff soon. Yeah, I was talking about that during the run earlier, actually. There's such a drastic difference between the two champions. I think Venom should still be better than Venom Pool. Venom Pool, he feels a little bit more of like a joke type character, you know, compared to the actual Venom. Maybe that's not right. Maybe in the comics it's different. But from an inexperienced Marvel fan or whatever you want to call me, I think Venom should be stronger, but yeah, hopefully Venom Pool does get a bit of love too. Ryan, you missed Vegas comment. It was pretty funny. What is Vegas comment? Hang on. Rumor has it that you died 7 less times in war last season than the moron with the highest prestige in 4 Loki. Oh man, you did fine, dude. War's tough. Yeah, it all balances out. It sucks when you're at the extreme of anything. The extreme negative of something. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks having like the lowest prestige. Just like it sucks having a high death count in war. But it all does balance out. And there's some people that are really good with both. And those people just feel good all the time, I'm sure. But, you know, it's all a balancing act. 4 Loki has never been the most hardcore alliance either, guys. I think compared to the average alliance in this game, yeah, we're a bit more active for sure. You know, even a bunch of the alliances that have higher prestige, they don't really participate in war, or not on a serious level. They don't compete in war. They just run some, you know, like free wars where they don't use items kind of thing. But we've never really been super hardcore in either. There's been times where I feel like that we've just been in a better position because of the way the game is kind of set up. To make things a little bit more accessible or in our favor kind of thing. But compared to some of these alliances, we all have control over like our own accounts. You know what I mean? Like some alliances, I've heard horror stories of the leaders telling you who to rank up, and you can't rank up any champ unless you run it by the leader or something like that. Like, oh my god, really? That doesn't sound fun. Or like minimums to get certain offers. People have been kicked out of the alliance before for war performance, but I don't think it's as strict as some of the other competitive war alliances, you know? Usually if people die, like, they're just asked to record their wars so that they can be helped and stuff like that, you know? Should I finish 100% of Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3, or do Act 4, Chapter 4, Maestro? Usually in content, I recommend going as far as you can, a single time, single clear, and then when you run into that brick wall that you just can't seem to get through yet, then you go back and start 100% clearing content. So do Act 4 if you can, but if not, then yeah, just start clearing out the other stuff. You're just kind of just stalling until you can get some better rewards, some new champs, new rank ups kind of thing. Give us your opinion of the top 20 alliances. To be honest, I don't even know who the top 20 alliances are. I mean, I could look at the leaderboard and go through them, but that I say that because I don't really have an opinion, you know? I don't know a lot of the alliances anymore. I used to know back in like the earlier Alliance War seasons, when Alliance War was the game mode, I used to know the alliances a lot better. And, you know, making thumbnails for war videos, and you realize like, oh yeah, we just played these guys a few seasons ago. Dude, I had like preset thumbnails for some of these alliances because we played them so much. So I used to know them better, but these days I don't really know them that well. And the alliances that I still do know, like I don't know them on a personal level. I vaguely knew some of them on a somewhat personal level in the past. I mean, technically still do a little bit. I don't know. Maybe personal is a little too strong of a word, but like, you know, there's at least one regular Kenobi person in here. If not a couple more, but one with the name in their or the tag in their name. There's been a couple ASR guys that somewhat regularly come around here. Yeah, I definitely used to talk to other alliances more though. These days, not so much at all. He knows Omni? A bit. Even Omni has changed so much that I barely know who's in Omni anymore. Like, I know Hector's in there. I never really talked to their leader much. Been on call together with Voss like once or twice. Son of a game crash. I know a bunch of people that used to be in Omni, but are no longer in Omni. Like when Omni was just starting out, I probably could have listed like 20 out of the 30 guys in there. But these days, dude, I'm about to go check actually. Hold on. I'm really curious. After this fight, I'm gonna go look up Omni and see how many of the people in there that I recognize. Actually, wait, I think Clobbering's still in there, right? But at one point, I think he had left. Or was he always in there? I don't even know. Let me see. Free crystal. Yeah, I can't wait till they fix all the game crash issues. The crashing isn't even the worst part. It's like the lag leading up to the crash. Usually while streaming, I don't pay attention to it enough, but without streaming. Okay, so... Oh, I used to know a lot more cheaters too, by the way. I usually tried my hardest not to ever call them out. But I just knew for a fact that a lot of people were cheating. And you could just tell looking at, like, I don't know, there's some pretty big giveaways to the cheaters. I'm guessing this is Voss just with a different name. Oh, what's up, Yeet? Speaking of Omni. Wait, you're not back in Omni at the moment though, right? Let me see. Some people might have just changed their name and maybe that's why I don't recognize them, but I don't think I recognize anyone's. JR is vaguely familiar, but that's just because I think JR gets used. It's a lot of different JRs kind of thing. Crimson Tequila. Is that a different, is that like Crimson? There was a different Crimson something that was all the way around. Like that used to be really active in different YouTube stuffs. I wonder if this is the same person. There's Hector, of course. Ace. Seaton, of course. Forgot he's back in Omni at the moment. God of Death looks vaguely familiar too, but I don't know. Just kind of vaguely familiar. There's Clobberin. Shibi McDude looks kind of familiar. Zillium. It's definitely seen that name around. Cushman is another one of those that's like, I don't know if I know that name or if it's just because Kush is like another common word to put in a name, you know? Yeah, most of these names I don't recognize though. I'd say maybe 5 out of 30 I probably know at best. I swear I used to know like 20 out of 30. Your prestige is doo-doo, Yeet. You're freaking Yeet though, dude. Show him your incursion tourney wins. If that ain't good enough for them, then it's their loss, man. All right. Anyway, let's get back to the arena. I see a lot of these names in arenas. Yeah. Can you name all 29 other people in For Loki without looking through? No, I couldn't. I can name everyone in our battle group, Mike. Without a doubt. I could name probably... Maybe I could actually. I would probably get close. I'd probably get, so I'd get all 10 in our battle group, or 9, whatever you want to say, right? So that leaves 20. What if I couldn't name myself? What if I actually went down the list of names and I was just like, what is that last person? Anyway, out of the other 20 not in our battle group, I would easily be able to check off 15 out of the 20, and then I'd probably struggle to name the last 5. But not because I don't know them, but just because there's so many names. It's kind of like, okay, can you name all the original Pokemon? Probably not, but if you saw them, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's in the first series of Pokemon. Like, yeah, I know that one, of course, right? It's more of like a, can't remember because of that reason. But, like, you know, Tater's making cards for everyone actually helps out a lot. So, originally I said probably not, but then I just remembered, like, I looked through all the cards that Tater's just made that were, like, personalized towards each person. And even some of the people that I don't ever talk to, one of the messages on the card was like, I don't know enough about you to write a personalized message, you know? That's kind of how it is. I don't know if I've ever really talked to maybe a couple of the guys in the Alliance, but I know they're there. Okay, what do you think about that alliance called Load? I have no opinion on them. I don't know if I've ever had any interaction with them. How can you tell someone is cheating? Well, I don't... These days, I don't even look for it. But there's things you can look for in Alliance War that are pretty obvious. It varies, because sometimes you could look at a player and think like, are they cheating? I don't really know. And maybe to be like, probably legit, but maybe cheating kind of thing. And then there's some players you look at and you're just like, okay, you know, on the extreme levels, it'd be like, okay, you just fought Magic with Iceman and you came out with full health. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you definitely didn't do that, man. Or there was alliances that they would move one at a time. You would never ever see more than one person moving at a time. Super obvious they were cheating. There was one alliance, man. This guy was, I don't know if you want to call him bold or stupid or what, but he would actually upload Alliance War videos of all the members in his alliance, and it was him playing it though. Like, it wasn't just, you could, you know, you could share videos from other people in your alliance. That's totally fine, but it was this one guy playing for everyone. And he would actually upload videos doing this. And he stopped once people like called him out on it. But yeah, there was, I'm talking about like quite a few seasons ago that there was some obvious cheating going on, you know? There's other things. Don't cheat, guys. It's not worth it in this game. But I really just don't look at it. I don't think about it. I stopped thinking about it after, like, I don't know, season 3 or something. It's still obvious that certain alliances were cheating. Even not looking at it, you could tell, just like, oh god, really? But that's when I tried to stop thinking about it all. Not taking damage from thorns without a good counter, yeah. I mean, we had one guy that was in for Loki. Oh god, I forget his name now. Ah, dude, I do wish Cade still played, because he would remember this guy's name. What was his name, man? Damn, I really don't remember. But he was a cheater. He was playing on a modded game or something where, yeah, he would fight Magic with like Iron Fist, for example, and somehow win the fight and somehow have more than half of his health or something like that. Like, it's just not even mathematically possible to do. It'd be like stun immune, so you can't even have what's it called? You can't even reduce ability accuracy with the Pacify mastery. He didn't last long in the Alliance. Like, at first we thought he's just really good, and then we quickly caught on, like, no, he's just doing things that are not possible. And then he got the boot. He also streamed a few times, and he had like the famous or infamous cheater stories, I like to call them, where it's like something weird always happens. Oh, my brother sold half of my champions, or something like that. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? What was that guy's name, dude? Oh, I can't remember. But anyway. One of the issues too is, like, some people they either just have different accounts entirely, or they rename their accounts. So there's probably a lot more people that I would still recognize if they were not able to do that. I kind of wish that it wasn't possible, you know? That was one of the things that I liked about Classic WoW when I was playing Classic WoW again. You knew who people were. Like, eventually in that game, over the years, they added the possibility to, like, buy name changes and faction changes, and, you know, your character would look entirely different with a brand new name. You had no idea who's behind that character. But in the original version of WoW, and when they brought back Classic WoW, you pick a name and you pick a look for your character, and that's it. You stick with it, unless you want to start over from scratch. So you get to know everybody, and I kind of hate that Kabam allowed people to change their names in this game because of that. Back in my old alliance during Flow Wars, we saw someone solo our Mojo boss with a cap infinity in about 45 seconds and didn't lose any health. Yeah. That sounds legit. Only time I ever reported an account. Yeah. Dang, I really forget who that cheater's name was. This was before Alliance War seasons, by the way, guys. So this was like old Alliance War map. Someone just joined. We were just looking for a regular player that was like a map 6 player kind of thing, and he only lasted. He was in our alliance for like 2 weeks, I think. I think that I want to say that's the only time we've ever had someone that was like modding in the alliance. But it's one of those things where you don't really know until they join. You know, you try to weed out as much of the would-be cheaters as possible. There's definitely been people who have tried to get in the alliance who are obvious cheaters. People who thought they were doing us a favor, like, hey, you want discounted units so that you can place higher in the gifting event? Hey, you want to immediately get yourself kicked out of the alliance? Because that's how you do it. That actually happened. Like, B Manny got a message from someone who had like just joined the alliance around gifting time, and the guy was like, yeah, he's got the hookup, man. He's got discounted units and all that, you know, $50 for an Odin or something like that. Yeah, immediately kicked. Without question, without warning of like, no, that's not what we do around here. No, man, you just gotta kick those types of players. You can't take that kind of risk, man. Anyone who even is willing to be involved in that conversation does not belong in the alliance. Before I started watching you, BG, I was thinking of cheating because I was progressing so slow and I was getting annoyed. Then I started watching your videos, got some tips, and started progressing faster. Well, that's good. I'm really happy that you did not go down the cheating road. Because here's the thing about, all right, you know, we've been talking a lot about cheating here tonight, more so than, God, the longest. But here's something to remember, guys. They're all lying to you. All the cheaters who say that their methods of cheating are safe, that you're not going to get banned, they're seguro or whatever, however it's pronounced. It's all lies, dude. It might be safe temporarily until Kabam catches on to how people are cheating, and then you think everything's good, and one day it's not good, and all that work that you put into your account, it's gone, it's erased. The people who try to get other people to cheat, they don't care about your account. You know what I mean? If they're trying to sell you something, they're just trying to make a quick buck. And if it's a friend telling you about it, well, shame on that friend. They got duped, and they're unfortunately getting other people in trouble too. But anyway, so don't cheat. Moral of the story. All right, enough about cheating though. 100% Seguro, yeah, dude. Anytime I hear discounted Odins, I think of one person. I don't think that person was buying discounted units. I honestly have no idea. But there's some people that do spend lots of money, and they do it in a legit way. The biggest of the biggest spenders, they're the ones with the biggest target on their back too. So just keep that in mind. Is, you know, if an account looks like it just has it all, man, if it looks like there was a lot of money spent on that account, it definitely was not always done legitimate ways. There was a time where a lot of the top accounts actually were not legit, but I think most of them are. I think a lot of the cheating was like through other accounts. You know what I mean? It was like through back before the treasury was removed. It was through like people botting and then paying those botters to dump resource into their account. Or like the gifting event last year where people would pay botters to go in their account, or I'm sorry, to go into the alliance. They tried to kind of disassociate their own account with the cheaters as much as possible. And over time, that's why Kabam makes these changes. So that if it is what's it called? If someone is cheating, it's like risking their own account. Anyway, sorry. I wanted to end that cheating tangent like 10 minutes ago. But yeah. If you need a subject change, how do you feel about Hulkbuster's buff this year? It's a solid buff. I don't really enjoy playing Hulkbuster that much, but if I got him on a new account, dude, I would play the hell out of Hulkbuster. And defensively, he's actually a pretty big pain in the ass. So I got my first death of the season. I went deathless last season, and the first 2 wars this season, deathless. Third war, I technically didn't die. Let me spin up one more crystal as I ramble here for a minute. I technically didn't die, but I timed out. I was using a thing versus Hulkbuster, and it was on the rage node, and I already knew the fight was going to be a long fight, but I figured, I could probably do it. And Hulkbuster went extremely passive. He just wasn't throwing his specials at all. And because of his passive nature, dude, 5 minutes was not enough time. If I had an additional 10 seconds, I probably would have won that fight. Because he was down to like 4% after 5 minutes. But, yeah, I couldn't get through it fast enough. So, he's actually pretty tough. Try not to call people out directly, guys, by the way, whenever it comes to like cheating accusations and stuff like that. We're at the end of the stream now, so don't need to time anyone out or anything like that. But yeah, just in the future, I'd appreciate it. I don't like to start any kind of drama. I try to avoid that stuff like the plague, man. Unfortunately, I mean, I kind of started it by talking about cheating and stuff like that tonight, but 99 days out of 100, I'm avoiding any sort of potential drama just because I don't enjoy it, man. So the name I'm seeing doesn't play the game anymore, so it's kind of okay, but at the same time, I still rather not, you know. What? Avoid drama after all these decades of beef with Seaton? I know, we're going on like, what, 3-4 decades of beef? We've hated each other for 40 years. Maybe 2021 Comic-Con will have a rematch of our wrestling match that we had last year at Comic-Con. Thumb wrestling match. Brian, do you save the drama for your mama? No, that's awful. Why would I save the drama for my mama? My mama's great. She doesn't need any drama either. BJ, have you watched Cobra Kai? Yes, I have. Since day one, I've been a gigantic Cobra Kai fan. And very soon, very, very soon, I know the next season's about to premiere. Anyway, shout out to Karoin for being tonight's biggest D. Tickle, tickle. And thank you to everyone else. I appreciate all the support as always, guys. And I will see you all tomorrow for a more drama-free experience than tonight. So, Awesome Sauce sending over a last-minute buck, though. Saying, remember the Seaton beef started with Seaton... Or it started when Seaton said Home Alone was not the best Christmas movie ever, and Mighty Ducks sucks. I need to go now. Before I start to rage. Let's keep it calm. Keep it calm. I didn't hear those things. All right, yeah, seriously, I'm gonna end it. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everybody.